Hi, I'm Jessica Hansen, and I'm going to be talking about Martin Luther King Jr. and specifically his I Have a Dream speech that was originally presented in 1963. A quote from his speech: "I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day, out in the hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racers, with its government having his lips dripping with the words of interpossession and no fiction, that one day, right down in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be equified, every hill shall be exactified, and every mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plains, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I will go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jaggling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to climb up for freedom together, knowing that one day we will be free. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, "My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my father died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring." This speech is by Martin Luther King Jr., who was one of the most prominent leaders during the Civil Rights Movement. Giving my reflections back about this speech are mostly very positive. This speech set a wide range of examples for people who were slaves, people who were slave owners, and just people who were alive during that time. His speech spoke in a very understandable way. While there was big words inside of his speech, it was very easy to understand because he didn't use fancy enough words and fancy enough lettering that the younger generations during the time and the slaves during the time would be able to understand it. While this speech did leave a lot of room for growth and was a true staple in the freedom we have today and the freedom that began years ago, this speech was very repetitive. He was very clear on that he just wanted freedom. He wanted to have his kids to have freedom. He wanted white and black children to be able to sit down together. He wanted people to be able to go to jail together. He wanted nothing to be separated. And while this speech is pages long, he spoke for over an hour during this speech. And most of it was repetitive. It was definitely a speech that could be brought down into be a very short amount of time if he just spoke what was necessary. But he was clear on why he did not do this. He wanted it to be long because he wanted people to listen to him. And this speech was that people did listen to. Thousands and thousands of people listened to it. And to this day, people still research about it and people still listen to it. This will be a speech that will be remembered throughout time, considering this speech was given in 1963, when freedom was just beginning to be a thing. to now in 2023 when we all have freedom. And it's still widely talked about and widely still a big thing, just proves how much he did with this speech. This speech was also one of the main things that helped the United States get freedom. He spoke to these things and said all these things that he wanted his children to have and other people to have, and that opened a lot of people's eyes to be able to see that. And he also got towards the end when he was like, God's children will be able to sing this with new meaning, and then he sang the part. That part gave people a visual of a song they sang versus when we do have freedom, how people will be able to sing it. Ending it up, Martin Luther King did an incredible thing for us, and in all definitely helped us become free and definitely helped us with a lot of our freedom privileges. He was somebody that changed the world for the better and definitely will be somebody that will be remembered forever.